In 1995, David Grohl does what only true musicians do when their world collapses. You create. He locks himself into a studio and records an entire album alone. Every guitar, every drum, that homemade demo becomes the debut Foo Fighters record. Soon, it's not a solo project anymore. It's the rebirth of rock. Some men grow beards to look tougher. Dave Grohl, he grew his to survive the chaos of rock and roll. From the sweet-stained garages of Nirvana to the roaring stadiums of the Foo Fighters, Grohl's beard became a living symbol of endurance, proof that even after the loudest storms, rock still breathes. And sometimes it's wearing flannel. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Beardtory. Today, the rock legend, a man who has seen some things, and a beard who is there to witness it all. Without further ado, let's jump in to the Beardtory of David Grohl. Because, well, we're going to take you back to Warren, Ohio. Yeah, another Ohio. But we're going to go back to 1969. A baby named David Eric Grohl enters the world already tapping out drum patterns on his crib rails. By 12, his parents have split, and young Dave finds his therapy in the garage, beating the living hell out of a secondhand drum set until the neighbors probably threaten to move. And then, well, we're going to go ahead and fast forward a little bit into the late 80s. Washington, D.C. isn't polished. It's loud, it's sweaty, and fueled by caffeine and teenage rage. Grohl dives headfirst into the scene, joining the hardcore punk band Scream. He's touring the world before he's old enough to rent a car, sleeping on floors, showering in gas stations, and living on the gospel of DIY punk. His face, smooth, still innocent, no beard quite yet, but beneath that clean-shaven grin, the man would one day keep rock alive is already, forming. Calloused hands, relentless drive, and the understanding that the best music comes, from the ugliest moment sometimes. And then in the 90s, Seattle's rain-soaked underground is about to explode. Grohl joins a little band named Nirvana. Within a year, Nevermind drops, and everything changes. He's suddenly part of the band that defines a generation. 3 guys who turn teenage angst into anthems. Dave's drumming sounds like thunder, trying to outscream pain itself. But fame, as it does, brings shadows. By 1994, tragedy strikes. Kurt Cobain is gone, and the silence that follows is deafening. Grohl retreats, unsure if music even wants him anymore. When he reappears months later, something's different, a little older, a little harder, and finally, a beard. Not just stubble, a survivor's beard. It's the kind you grow when you've seen too much but still choose to face the crowd. That's not style. That's armor. And then in 1995, David Grohl does what only true musicians do when their world collapses. You create. He locks himself into a studio and records an entire album alone. Every guitar, every drum, every lyric. That homemade demo becomes the debut Foo Fighters record. Soon, it's not a solo project anymore. It's the rebirth of rock. The beard grows bolder, fuller, freer. From the color and the shape to wasting light, Grohl builds an empire of anthems. His beard becomes a metaphor for his music, raw, unpolished, real. He's breaking guitars, cracking jokes, and hugging fans at the same show. Critics, they start calling him the nicest guy in rock and roll, which might be the most punk rock thing about him. And then by the 2010s, David Grohl isn't just a frontman, he's a mentor, historian, and a champion of the craft. He directs the documentary Sound City, reminding the world that imperfection is the soul of great music. He plays for presidents, jams with Paul McCartney, yet still shows up to dive bars, drinking cheap beer, smiling through a beard now flecked with gray, each strand a tore memory, a lesson learned, a life lived loud. His interviews, they read like gospel sermons from Church of Rock, play it live, play it loud, play it like your life depends on it. And the beard, now it's full-grown wisdom. soft around the edges, fierce in spirit, as legendary as the riffs behind it. All right, now is the time that some of you have been waiting for. It's the time where we're going to go ahead and rank his beard. As always, we're going to rank it on fear factor. We're going to rank it on wisdom points. We're going to rank it on intimidation level, thickness and wildness, and historical impact. Then we're going to total it. I'm going to do a little math, and we're going to see if his beard ranks in the top 20 of all the beards that we have done here on Beardtory. So again, first off, we're going to go with fear factor. It's more approachable than intimidating, but those drumsticks could end a man's day. Being a rocker, a punk rocker for decades, you've seen some stuff, and you're tough. Let's be honest, especially as a drummer. If he needs to hold his own, he's going to hold his own. Again, not the scariest beard, but there's some fear factor behind it, and it's above average. So for me, 6.1 out of 10. Wisdom points. I mean, the beard of a teacher, a philosopher, and a dude who's seen it all and still smiles. Big brain energy. I mean, he can play it all. He can do it all. This is pretty high in the wisdom points. I'm going to go with a 9.3 out of 10. Intimidation level, again, it's not menacing, but on stage, that intensity commands respect. I mean, smashing guitars, you gotta be pretty intimidating to do that. And again, spending as many decades as he has in the music biz, especially in that Seattle grunge era, he can be intimidating if he needs to. I'm gonna go with a 6.9 out of 10. Thickness and wildness, I mean, it's road-tested perfection. It's full, it's rugged. His beard is impossible to fake. Is it the biggest, longest beard ever? No, but it's thick, and it's wild, and it's David Grohl. So for me, 8.9 out of 10. Now, last but not least, historical impact. I mean, from grunge, dive bars, to sold-out stadiums. He's kept the flame alive for decades. Just about everybody knows David Grohl. He's done it all, a couple of different genres. He is a music legend. So for me, 9.6 out of 10. And if my math is mathin', nobody's told me my math is terrible and I've done a bunch of wrongs, 40.8 out of 50. And this is where he ranks amongst all the beards that we have done on Beardtory. Did I do good? Did I do it justice? Did I do bad? Well, now's your time to let me know in the comments. The beard of David Grohl earns his place in the Beardtory Hall, not because it's conquered kingdoms, but because it kept rock and roll alive from the world when the world tried to turn the volume down. So, cheers and here's to David Grohl, the drummer who became a frontman, the rebel who became a mentor, and the man whose beard became a banner for survival. Till next time, keep your amps loud, your flannels unwashed, and your beards legendary. This was Beardtory.